This scene was set in a cabin, the only lit cabin in the middle of the night, near a lake. A group of mountain hikers huddled together, and tension palpable as unsettled nocturnal sounds permeate the air. As the group nestled in the dimly lit living room, one of the hikers, Alexis, stood up and announced that they needed to find some blankets on the second floor. Instantly, the others excursionists stood up and decided to explore the place doing different tasks. Catherine and Marianne went out to share firewood. Sarah and Alex went to basement to solve the lighting problem, and Samantha went to the kitchen to share some food. It was a very dark, cool, cloudy, and windy night, and inside the cabin was very windy. Alexis reluctantly advanced toward the staircase, taking slow and cautious steps. The creaking of the wooden stair under his weight filled the air with echoes that sent shivers down their spines. He reached the top of the stair and shuddered at the faint flickering light emanating from a solitary old lantern. Shadows danced ominously along the narrow hallway, sending chills down his spine. The door along the hallway appeared to sway slightly, emitting an eerie, high-pitched creak. As Alexis approached one of the doors, he reached for the handle, his hand trembling. He could feel his heart pounding as he turned the knob, causing the door to open with a loud creak. The room beyond was almost completely dark, and Alexis squinted to try and make out any trace of blanket. Just as he took a hesitant step inside, an unidentifiable shadow flickered in the room, making him jump and let out a sharp scream. Filled with panic and anxiety, Alexis fumbled for the flashlight in his backpack. It took him a while to turn it with his trembling hands, but he eventually managed to create a small, faint, flickering light. The room was filled with dusty, antique furniture, and the pale light from the flashlight cast unsettling and suffocating shadows on the hurried window. Finally, Alexis spurred the blanket and all those covered armchair in a corner. As he reached for them, he held his breath, feeling a chilling breath despite the windows being securely closed. Suddenly, a muffled, sinister laughter seemed to whisper in the darkness, echoing in the room. Alexis' heart races in his chest.
Downstairs, the rest of the hikers heard a loud crash, and their anxious murmurs turned into panic exclamations. The cabin had transformed from a refuge into a realm of nightmare, and the mystery of the sinister hand that had caused Alexis to fall into the darkness remained unsolved. At the same time, outside the cabin, Catherine and Marianne suddenly had heard a creepy scream and a strong wind made the fluids move side to side. They stopped for a moment, and with their flashlights, they started to light up the surroundings. Darkness and mist was invading the place. Catherine, I feel chills and very cold freezing running through my body. Marianne, so I do. There is something bad in here. Catherine, shh. I hear voices and whispers out here. Marianne, I can hear them too. I'm very scared. I don't want to be out here any longer. Catherine, either so I think we have to back into cabin, but suddenly, in front of them, appeared a creepy man with mask, ragged clothes, and covered in fresh blood. Catherine and Marianne ran away, screaming, terrifying from that man, but it was so hard to run fast and see clearly. Even worse, it had rained the night before, so the ground was slippery that Catherine slipped and Marianne dropped her flashlight. Catherine, ouch, my leg, God! Marianne, oh no! I dropped my flashlight. I can't see anything. Catherine, me either, but we must figure a way out to back into cabin. But suddenly, Catherine and Marianne saw the man was behind them, their bodies paralyzed and couldn't continue running. The man get them crushed by the legs and dragged brutally until he takes them deepest into the forest. Catherine and Marianne, terrified, only scream and cry as the men buried them in a deep hole along with hundreds of corpses.
Sarah and Alex has been left alone in the dark room of the cabin, as two of their companions had gone out to get firewood, and the other one had went upstairs to get some cheese. Observing the darkness of the night and realized they only had a small flashlight that would soon run out of battery. They decided to explore the room where Sarah found a small door leading to the basement. Sarah, she exclaimed, Alex, Alex, look! Alice walked over and said, Hmm, that must be the basement door. Let's go downstairs. There might be bugs with some tools. Even better, we might find a flashlight to light up the cabin. Okay, let's go. Alice had opened the door and Sarah had followed him. Alex, Sarah, don't you feel like there's something strange in this cabin? Sarah, yes, but we've been planning this excursion for a long time. It's just an abandoned and deeply tense cabin town. Alex, yeah, maybe. It's just that. Well, tomorrow we can go outside and explore the place so much better and find those beautiful landscapes we saw on internet. Sarah and Alex had finished downstairs and had looked on the numerous bugs scattered around the basement. Sarah, Alex, if you want, you can go check the right side and I'll go to the left side and look for a flashlight faster. Alex, okay, catch you later. After about 10 minutes of finished nothing, a loud scream and sound down the basement. Sarah has screaming, running to fight Alex. Ah! What happened, Sarah? Why did you scream? Alice looking at Sarah and realizing that she was breathing rapidly and had tears in her eyes. Sarah, answer. Why are you like this? Sarah. Alex, there's volume in one of the boxes. There was a moment of silence and panic. Sarah is crying and tearing. Let's get out of her. Let's go off of her. Alex, let's get the hell out of her.
Alexis, Sarah, Alex, and Samantha had been taken and stored the things they had in them. Not many objects had been taken out, which had made things easier for the next part which had Alexis, Sarah, Alex, and Samantha had quickly taken and stored the things they had unpacked. Not many objects had been taken out, which had made things easier for the math part. They had quickly left that serried cabin, ready to get as far away from that place as possible. In the middle of their escape, they had forgotten their companions Caterina and Marianne. They hadn't been in the right state of mind at, at that moment to think that they were missing two members. In the middle of the mountain, they encountered the ranger who had greeted them with a warm smile, but even seeing them pale and frightened, he had asked them, "What had happened?" "You look terrified." Alex, who had been a better calmer than the others, had told him. Tara had found a course in one of the basement vaults while we were searching for a flashlight. Besides, someone had really scored Alexis in another of the rooms. The atmosphere in that cabin had felt tense. The ranger had attentively listened to every word Alex had said. As Alex had recounted the previous situations, the expression of the ranger had changed from one of concern. They went immediately to the young. "Let's go. I will take you to the village police station to report the discovery of the corpse." The kids had only nodded and followed him. But there had been something strange about the path. It hadn't been the same one they had taken when they had arrived. Samantha had noticed this, so she had quickly commented to her three friends. "This wasn't the path we had taken when we arrived. It was different." "Don't worry, it must have been a shorter," Alex had responded to calm her. The problem had been that the further they had advanced, the farther they had been from the east side, until they had arrived at an area where there had been only a small cabin and some towers, along with many trees that had mostly blocked the passage of the light. The ranger had told them, "Kids, I need to go to my ranger's cabin to retrieve my ID so that they will let us enter the village without any problems." The young had started to suspect, but they had wanted to believe that it had just been their imagination playing tricks on them. The ranger had gone out with glasses of the water and had offered them, saying, "Guys, as you had been walking for a while, I decided to give you a glass of water to hydrate yourself and continue our way." They hadn't hesitated to drink the water as they had been thirsty and hadn't had anything to drink while they had been drinking. The ranger had smiled, a smile that the young people hadn't been able to see well due to the limited light in the area. Once they had drunk the water, the kids had started to see well, to feel drowsy until they had passed out. When they had woken up, they had felt disoriented and had observed the place where they had been. They had realized it had been a deep and massive hole. As they walked in the mirror of it, they had realized that something that prevented them from walking freely. Sarah had bent down to see what it had been, and even picking it up and examining it, she had screamed, "Ah!" This had alerted their friends and the ranger, who had peered out from the edge of the hole, had illuminated them with a flashlight and had said to them, I see you have woken up and found one of the precious objects that I adore. How can you say it was overlaid if it was even more? Get us out of here at once!" exclaimed Alex. "Oh dear, I see you were not aware of your situation." Those who had entered the mountain never returned to tell the tale. Besides, you had run away from here without noticing that two of your friends were missing. But don't worry, they are with you, said the ranger with ironic illumination the area. The lifeless bodies of Marianne and Katrina lay. Samantha and Sarah had been the most afraid even seeing the bodies of their friends. One had been sitting with a bullet in her head and the other had a knife lodged in her heart. Hey, no worry, they hadn't survived. Can you see how peaceful they look? But don't worry, you won't have the same look. This is not right. The ranger had prepared something good for you. Taking a bottle that had gasoline in it and with the other hand, pulling a layer from his pocket, which he had used to tinkonet the bottle. He had thrown into the hole, causing an explosion. As he had previously offered gasoline into it, only screams of pain and pleas from those young people could be heard. Help me! After 5 hours, the screams had stopped. The ranger had left to continue with his primary task and to find a new victim. And